Buddhist images came into existence because there was a king in Sri Lanka who had invited the Buddha many times to come, but the Buddha was unable to entertain his request and go to Sri Lanka. So in lieu of him going to Sri Lanka, Lord Buddha had an image of himself made. And this was delivered to the king of Sri Lanka, who was very, very happy. When a being is fully enlightened, every aspect of their body and their speech and their mind is an imprint of an aspect of enlightenment for the viewer. So that whether we hear the Buddha's speech, we see the Buddha's form, or we think about an enlightened aspect of a Buddha, it has tremendous impact on our mind stream and benefit. Hence, from that, you have large Buddha images all over the world. People who don't understand the benefits of an image of a Buddha will say, oh, it would be better if you put that money towards charity. Yes, it would be good to put it towards charity, but there's many levels of benefit. On the ultimate level, it's the blessings of Buddha's body, speech, and mind in a person's mind stream to eradicate their successive, uncontrolled births in suffering and samsara. Whereas if you do general physical charities for beings, it is beneficial, but it benefits them in that one life. That does not mean it should not be done. It just means there are different levels of benefit. So a Buddha's body, a Buddha's form, is something that was started by Lord Buddha himself, we are told. Therefore, there's a lineage. And when we make an image of an enlightened being, whether it's Buddha, Shakyamuni, Tsongkhapa, Vajrayogini, we are not praying to the statue, or the painting, or the sculpture, or the tsakale, or the kanka, or the tata. What the image represents is an enlightened being, and we are paying respects. We are making offerings, and we are making connection through the image to an enlightened being. Some people say, well, why don't you do it directly to an enlightened being? You can, but not everybody has that kind of ability to visualize an enlightened being, understand their nature, and to see it clearly in their mind's eye. So an image helps a person very much. An image is not vital, but it's helpful. So therefore, when we have an image of a body, image of a Buddha, the body of a Buddha, it represents the paramitas. It represents the fully enlightened aspects of the Buddha's mind. Every aspect of the enlightenment of the Buddha. Therefore, when you make an image that is iconographically correct, then every aspect, from the finger, toenail, fingernail, from the eyes, from the head, from the body, the posture, the gesture, the color, the accoutrements, what they hold, what they wear, where they see, what they look, all represents a particular aspect of enlightenment, especially that deity and what they represent and how they bring you to enlightenment. Each deity, each Buddha, whether it's Vajrayogini, Diruka, Samaja, Yamataka, they have a different way of bringing you to enlightenment. They stress different aspects of enlightenment. For example, Yamataka's case is wisdom. In Samaja's case, it's dispelling of ignorance. In Vajrayogini's case, it's the dissolution, destroying of desire, which is the root cause of samsara. So therefore, each Buddha stresses a particular path for you to become enlightened. And as you travel the path, all the other aspects of you that needs to be transformed will follow along with it. It's like when the head of the train goes, the body of the train will follow. All right. So in Vajrayogini's case, it's arresting, controlling, purifying, desire, attachment. So therefore, when we have a holy image of Vajrayogini like here, this is the producing Kichara. When we adorn it, we are adorning it with the 6 different paramitas. So the different ornaments on Vajrayogini, for example, her earring, and her necklace, and her armlets, and her skirt, and all that represents the paramitas, including her body. Her body is the 6th paramita. So by offering beautiful, precious items onto Vajrayogini, in this case Buddha Vajrayogini, we are creating the merits. we are creating the causes, we are creating the seeds of obtaining and accomplishing the 6 paramitas. Is that possible without a Buddha statue? It is. Adorning a Buddha statue is not the only way, the only method to do this. There are many methods, but that's one of the ways. Hence, in Tibet, you will see, for example, the most holiest Buddha statue is Rinpoche, which is a Shakyamuni statue that's heavily adorned by Lord Tsongkhapa over 600 years ago. And people today still make ornamental offerings in gold on the face, because it is something that is a prized spiritual practice, making offerings to the Buddha. So today we purchased custom jewelry, and I cannot afford real gold and real silver and real emeralds and real diamonds of magnitude. So I buy custom jewelry that are higher quality, and I visualize it as real gold, real diamonds, real emeralds, real silver, real rubies, real sapphire, lapis lazuli, and I offer it up to Buddha Vajrayogini's holy body. So that's what I'm going to do now with all of you, and your help is to adorn Vajrayogini's body with this. So earlier we went out to pass Buddha images to the wonderful people out there in a particular section of Kuala Lumpur, and then we come back, we rest a little, and now the next activity is adorning Buddha's body. Then after that, if I'm not too exhausted, I'm going to be blogging the biography of a very high Lama. So at least today, almost for the last 18 hours, has been doing Dharma work continuously. And I think that's a good way of ushering in the Lunar New Year. People think ushering a New Year should be celebrated with alcohol, getting drunk, champagne, getting dressed, parties and all that. For me, it's a little different. I think a good way to celebrate it is kind of to do Dharma activity, to create the causes for the rest of the year. Because for me, the Lunar New Year or the Western New Year or the Chinese New Year, to me, it's just not to be bleak, but 1 year closer to death. So there's not much to celebrate because it's another year. We have less to live. We can do all the good prosperity wishes we want to the other person, but the fact is it's 1 year less of our life. So that's how I think about it. I'm not trying to be gruesome here or morbid, but that's the truth, basically. Okay, so we have some beautiful objects, and can we have incense? What incense? And to purify all of them all. Good. Just one of the Jimmy Dogs, there's green here, it becomes green and then it becomes white. Something that matches. Beautiful design.
Exchange green. Yeah. There's one missing.
Custom.